So Apple is doing something with their Apple Card that almost sounds too good to be true and seems like a cheat code, so I wanted to share it with you as a quick PSA on exactly how to get 5% cashback, daily cashback with your Apple Card. Let's get into it. So as we all know, on this channel, I'm definitely team travel when it comes to point redemptions and getting some sort of cash back. I don't really use the Apple Card too often, aside from actual Apple products when I do purchase them, and I do that to actually finance them over time, and the Apple Card does allow you to do that. But if you are team cashback, I always tell people that the Apple Card is a great solution because it's a zero-fee card, has no fees whatsoever, whether it's annual or foreign or late fees, it is just zero fees across the board, and it works with the Apple ecosystem, and it's super easy to use. I like the UI when it comes to paying it off. It educates you on what interest is and what it means to not pay everything in full, and if you do, what the consequences are. So I'm just a big fan of it overall for somebody that is in the cashback world. But something that they are doing that was reported on by 9to5Mac is that there is an email offer going out to select Apple Card users, and that is that you get 5% cash back up to $50,000, which is pretty unheard of from this point. But there's a couple of little caveats, and they're doing this in a tiered system, which I want to explain to you real quickly. So you may or may not know that the normal categories for the Apple Card are as follows. You get 3% cash back on anything Apple related, so that's hardware from the Apple Store, that's in-app purchases, that's Apple services, that's any software that you get from Apple. You're gonna get 3% cash back and daily cash back for that matter. Then you get 2% cash back on anything Apple Pay related, so that's either tap to pay, or if you're buying something online, some merchants have that little Apple Pay logo, you're able to then check out that way and you get 2% cash back on that, which makes this a great catch-all card since about 90% of merchants in the US are using Apple Pay already. And then lastly, if you do have to pull out your physical card, then you get 1% cash back on everything else. But this new 5% daily cash back that's coming with the Apple Card, again, you have to be email notified or go into your Apple Wallet and check your offers to see if you are kind of targeted for this. But basically how this happens is that it's happening in a tiered system. So from $0 to $5,000 to spend during this timeline, so it's not a monthly spend, it is a spend from November 6th of 2024 to April 30th of 2025. From $0 to $4,999, you just have your normal categories, right? The 1, 2, and 3% that I mentioned. But now from $5,000 to $9,999, you get 3% cash back on any category of any purchases, whether you're using your physical card, whether you're using Apple Pay, whether it's for dining or travel or anything in between, you're getting 3% cash back. Then from $10,000 to $14,999, you're getting 4% cash back on anything you spend your money on in any category. And then finally, from $15,000 to $50,000, you are getting 5% cash back. This is not going to be retroactive, so those different tiers are what you're going to get the 3% on. So let's say on average, you get 2% cash back on the first $5,000, then 3% cash back on the next $5,000, then 4% cash back of the next $5,000, and then finally you do get all the way to $50,000. You're getting 5% cash back, and if you do a little bit of math here, that means that your $50,000 of spend will give you $2,250 of daily cash back. Now, I know that $50,000 is a huge spend limit, and reaching that not a lot of people are going to be doing, but I think Apple's doing this to incentivize users that maybe don't use their Apple Card too often to then incentivize them to use them more often. So if maybe somebody is team travel like myself, but they see the value of getting this type of cash back during the holiday season, then maybe they'll gravitate towards using the Apple Card a little bit more versus something like a Chase Preferred, a Chase Sapphire, or whatever the case is in that point. But so if you kind of do all the math and round it all off and you do the entire $50,000, you're essentially getting 4.5% cash back on $50,000, which equates to that $2,250 of daily cash back. Then you can either put into the daily cash and use that as a debit card, move that to your bank account, or even put it in Apple's high yield savings account and earn, I believe, 4.15% APY on that money. So I do think this is a great incentive to make people want to use the Apple Card a little bit more. And again, this is a zero fee card. So let me know in the comment down below if you received this email notification. Is this something that you kind of want to get into? If you don't have the Apple Card, I will leave a link down below for you guys to check out. They don't really have a referral program, so I don't get anything for sharing it, but you do get, I believe, $75 for signing up and making one purchase to the Apple Card, so take advantage of that if you are able to. But let me know in the comment down below what you think. Did you get that email notification? Is it Apple Card something that you use on a daily basis? Are you team cashback or team travel? Let me know in the comment down below. I'm always excited to see what you guys have to say. But that'll do it, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little credit card emoji in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And YouTube thinks you're gonna like one of these videos right here. And finally, check out one of these videos right here. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this one. I think you're gonna like the other one. But until next time, peace, everybody.